Hi, I'm Kendra, and this is the series Treat Yourself How You Want to Be Treated. So, today I just want to talk about having a plan in your life, how important it is really to have a plan, but you can choose to have a plan like choosing money or a nice house or a good job or a relationship, or you could choose to go after total fulfillment. And then I just wanted to tell you a little story about the day I found out God was smarter than me. And it was really, really the most pivotal point kind of in my life. I was 27 years old and I just was walking around every day, all day long, just kind of in doom and gloom. I just didn't feel happy. And I just prayed all the time and just asked God, I just want to feel happy. I just want to feel happy. And I mean, I just said it every day, all day long. It was something huge missing in my life. And then before I knew it, I was pregnant. And I never, ever wanted to have kids. So you can imagine when found out I was pregnant, I was so angry at God. I said, you think this is funny? This is not what I wanted. I wanted to be happy. I this is the last thing I wanted. I was so mad. And so honestly, I didn't have the baby because I was just fiercely, terribly pissed at God. And then I just kept praying, like, I just want to be happy. Like, I want happiness. And I went ahead and went through with and got pregnant and eventually had the baby. And that was the day that I found out that God is a million times smarter than me. If I want to go after my goals in life, I'm never going to find the happiness and total fulfillment that I'm going to find if I just follow through on what God brings into my life. And so I just wanted to share that with you. Just being pregnant was honestly the best thing that I ever did, and it was absolutely the hardest. My body was just angry at me. I felt like I had ingested poison. I was so sick. I was, in fact, hospitalized a couple of times for severe dehydration. I couldn't keep down food or liquid, and the only way I finally could keep down water was to be medicated. So honestly, most of the time I was pregnant, I slept. And I slept really out of two reasons, because I was so heavily medicated and because I was really depressed. I mean, it was the last thing I wanted to do. Talk about following God through faith and not by sight. I was trusting that the outcome from being pregnant was actually going to make me happy, because what I could see ahead wasn't happiness. I came from a really, really broken, toxic home growing up, and I had no good role models. So I didn't have any examples of how to be a good mom. And I honestly, I thought that kids were just made life harder and they were a problem and they cost a lot of money and everything was going to be worse. That's why I didn't want to have kids. And here I was asking God for happiness, and God gave me the ultimate thing that made me the most happy in my entire life. And I resisted it. It was not the thing that I wanted. And this is when I found out that walking by faith and not by sight really is the answer. And I was just so excited that I found this out and have been really, truly trying to walk by faith and not by sight ever since. And I've had some other big things happen in my life, including a couple of years ago going through a divorce after being married for 30 years. And again, finding myself just devastated, alone, depressed, just in a really, really, really bad place. And honestly, the only reason that I'm still here today is because of my girls, because of having my daughters. the only thing that got me through being in the really hardest, depressing, devastating place in my entire life. And I had brought these girls into the world, and I couldn't do that to them. And they still mean, they mean the world to me. They're everything to me. And so I really started searching again for a reason to live, and to follow through on my purpose, and to have total fulfillment, and to work on a lot of letting go strategies so that I can see my way through having faith. And so I started having faith and started working towards putting my life back together. And I had always thought, well, instead of being dependent on a man to take care of me, and I taught my girls never to depend on a man to take care of you. It's only going to end in unhappiness. You have to be independent. You have to, get a job and be able to take care of yourself. Well, just recently, I have actually gone through another experience where I was offered an amazing job, and really started talking to God, my inner being. Is this like an answer from God? Is this amazing job that pays really well? This will give me instant financial relief. Is this the answer? Or is this a temptation, something on my path to distract me from going to my purpose when I'm just starting to go into my purpose? And my purpose is really to help people have the most fulfilling life they can have. And I want to have the most fulfilling life I can have. So do I want to take a job that's 50, 60 hours a week where I have some financial relief, but I'm not feeling fulfilled in my life in any way? I'm paying my bills, but I'm not happy. I don't have time with my friends anymore. I won't be able to make my videos. So I really went into deep contemplation and connected and asked for inspiration. And what I believe is, this is my purpose, and I want to walk in my purpose with every fiber of my being. And so I turned down that amazing job, which was very hard for me too, by the way. I feel scared, obviously, but I feel fear, and I don't let it stop me. So I'm walking in my purpose again, and I'm so excited to be able to share that with you, that it's not dependence on a person, place, or condition, and it's not independence on working a job just over broke. That means something to me, but it's interdependence, following through on your heart's desires, knowing what resonates with you, really spending quiet time listening to your guidance, your inner being, and following through, and knowing, really strengthening your confidence in your relationship with your own inner being, with your own self, with God. When you gain that confidence, and you can just follow through, knowing that I've done this before, I've been here before, where I wanted to do it my way, but I was led to not follow through on depending on anyone except for my own inner being. And when I'm looking for instant financial relief, that's not the answer. The answer is looking for total fulfillment, and that's where I'm going with this. And I just want to say, faith is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And also, what you're able to let go of determines what you can have. So if I'm willing to let go of this amazing job, then I feel pretty excited to see what is going to come from me turning that job down, letting it go, and following through on my real true purpose in life. Thank you.